Hey everybody, welcome back to another day of classes here at Shiage Do Martial Arts. Today's Tuesday, so we're going to get some kata in, we're going to do some basics, and I got some fun weight drills for you coming up, so stick around. So hopefully by now you've done all your warm-ups. I'm putting those together for you, make sure you're doing them. But we're going to do a group warm-up with Sensei kata, so we're all going to do it together. Alright, so sticking with me. Yasmin? Kyotsuke, right? Seisan, Hajime. Let me step out. Chamber, circle step, side block punch, circle step, punch, circle step, punch. Chamber in the middle, shuffle forward, double headlock. Now look over your shoulder, turn all the way around, double shoot. Circle step forward, our roots block, grab, pull, circle step, our roots block, grab and pull, step, our roots block, grab and pull. We're going to look to the right side of the room, side block, punch, punch, a front kick, and a punch. We're going to look to the back and turn, keep looking, keep turning, side block, punch, punch, front kick, and a punch. To the back, turn, side block, punch, punch, front kick, punch. You're going to turn your foot, bend your knees, reach underneath, and break. Look over your shoulder, draw back, cat stance. We're going to slide up. Head block, nose bow. Draw back, cat stance. Stomp, crossover crane, front kick. Set off to the Seisan stance. Make sure it's good and shoulder width apart. Down block punch. Turn your foot, bend your knees, reach underneath, and break. Look over your left shoulder. Bring your feet together, draw back. Slide up, Subidachi. Head block, nose bow. Draw back, cat stance. We're going to stomp, crossover crane, front kick, down block punch, turn your foot, bend your knees, reach underneath, and break. Look over your right shoulder. Bring your feet together, draw back, cat stance. Step out, Zenkutsu this time. Head block, nose bow. Step over, Seisan. Down block, reverse punch. Turn your foot, reach under, break. Step straight back, cat. Opening side block. Shift to Seisan. Us. Front kick. Punch. Big circle. Catch. And break. Good. Now we practice our old katas because it's important to practice our katas. Okay. Our katas kind of give us a feel for how to put our moves together. So if you've been training for a while and you know a bunch of katas, then practice a bunch of katas. If you've only been training for a short time, practice, the ones that I'm showing you in class. If you don't know any at all, just try to keep up with me when we go through class. Now, one of the things we're going to do today is some upper body basics and some lower body basics, but we're going to do the end of them. So 11 through 15 for those of you who know the numbers. So what we're going to do is we'll do 4 for form and 4 full power. We're going to start with the upper body basics, and we're going to go to the lower body basics. And the upper ones tend to be where the weird ones, the ones that don't necessarily fit in, get stuck. So that's what we're going to start with today. So Hagadachi, hands on your hips, feet shoulders apart, toes both pointing forward. And we're going to start. We're going to circle step, left, chamber, down block, punch, 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 punch. 5 punches. Now when we're doing this with ki-eyes, you're going to ki-eye on the first one. So we're going to circle step, down block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. San, down block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set, last one, step, down block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, shuffle back so you don't get too close. All right, let's do this. Full power. Ready? Ich, us, ni, us, san, us, shi, us, and there's shi. 4 is 4. All right, now we're gonna do shuffle back a little bit. Good Hagadachi. Remember, you want to keep your feet shoulder width apart and both pointing forward and even. You don't want one in front of the other if you're in a Hagadachi. Okay. So number 12, we're in chamber, step forward left, side block, 5 punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing. Step forward, chamber, side block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chamber, step, side block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Shuffle back a little. Let's do this with some ki. Same thing. Ki is going to be on the first punch. Ready? Ich. Us. Oh, one too many punches. Ni. Us. San. Us. Shi. Us. Good. All right, number 13. If you don't, call it out. If you don't, shoot her down, shoot her to the jaw. Okay? So when I'm doing this, my shooter is going to come from my shoulder and come across like I'm striking the inside of somebody's leg. Or like if it's a down block, so you could be on either side of their leg, depending on where they're kicking. So it's either a down block or a strike. You can strike somebody to the inside of the leg, it really hurts. So shoot her down. This one's going to come, if you've ever played baseball, it's going to be like throwing a curve ball. Your wrist is going to come around at the end and have this nice downward angle on it. So it's shoot her down, shoot her to the jaw. Ready? 2, step, shudo, shudo. And remember, when I'm done with this one, I want to bring it back to my hip. 3, down, back to my hip. 4, down, back to my hip. Good. Let's do it with some power. Ready? So we start. Ich, us, ni, us, san, us, shi, us. Good. Number 14 is one of my favorites, and also it's an easy one to remember if you're looking for the Japanese word because of my last name. It's going to be a push block, 2 biggie punches. So push block could be chudenuki. Chudenuki just means middle block. So a chudenuki, a chudenuki, a chudenuki. They could all be called the same thing. If you want to be specific, you can say Tisho uki, so palm heel block, or Tisho no chudenuki, or so palm middle block, whatever, it doesn't matter. But the biggie punches are Azmizuki. Azmizuki. And when I do my biggie punches, I'm going to come around, I'm going to hit with the top part of my knuckles like I'm doing a back fist, except I flip my whole wrist over. Right? The reason I do them this way is I can come around here, and it's almost like a hook punch. If you think of it as a hook punch, you'll be 90% of the way there. But I'm gonna pull in too. That motion's gonna be coming back towards me because this pulling motion here is actually a pretty strong motion for me. It's stronger than this motion here, right? Because I only have my pecs to pull if I'm pulling this way. But if I pull here, I can get my bicep, my tricep engaged to come around and back. So it gets a little extra oomph. So from our hikadachi, we're going to step off to the side, push block, biggie punch, big punch. So if I were doing this, Tisho uki, Azmizuki, Azmizuki. Push, biggie, biggie, push, biggie, biggie. Pay attention because when we do self-defense in a couple minutes, that's going to be really close to one of the ones we use. So let's do this full power. You ready? It's going to be on the first biggie punch. Ich, us, ni, us, san, us, shi, us. Good. Alright, so that's 14. So 15 is break the bear hug. So when I'm in a break the bear hug, what I want to be in is a good cat stance. Alright, because my cat stance is going to be 90% of what makes this work. I need my hips to pop back. I want my belly button over my foot. Okay? If my hips pop back into this cat stance like I'm sitting on a stool, then what I'm doing is somebody's grabbing me around the stomach. I'm pushing them back. I'm creating some space so that I can get my elbow. If somebody's grabbing me tight and I don't make space, I can't get my elbow to hit them. Okay? So I got to pop and elbow at the same time. So I'm going to throw all together. So I'm going to have an elbow up in my armpit, I'm throwing like a head block to get their arms off to break them open, and I'm kicking those hips back into my cat stance. I'm going to do this one sideways so you guys can watch. So we start Hagadash. 1, so we step back cat, push. 2, step back cat, push. 3, push, and 4. Good. We'll do this full power. All right, stay with me. I'm gonna start this way. Ready? Ich, this, ni, this, san, this, shi, this. Good. So, 11 through 15 are kind of our weird basics. So for upper body, it's down block 5 punches, side block 5 punches is 12, shooter down, shooter to the jaw is 13, push block 2 biggie punches is 14, and 15 is break the bear hug. Now lower body basics, it's even weirder. All right. So if you remember, we're kind of working our way around the body. So 4 is front kick, 5 is 45-degree blade kick, 6 is crossover heel stomp, 7 side kick, 8 is front kick from cat stance, 9 is squat kick, 10 is heel push kick. Okay? There's not really a rhyme or reason to the order of those. But now when we start 11, it's going to kind of change up a little bit. So number 11 is knee smash. Japanese word for knee smash is hizagari. So, we've got our hands out. I'm going to bring our foot back, bring it up for the knee smash. So when I'm doing this, make sure that my toes are pointed back. That gives my knee a little bit of extra point to it, and also it keeps my foot from wanting to fly forward. Okay, kick somebody in the shins. Trust me, that's not very pleasant. So, same thing. 4 for form, 4 full power. Ready? 1, 2, hizagari. 3, and 4. Good. Let's get some kiais in there. Ready? Ich, us, ni, us, san, us, shi, us. Good. Number 12 is back kick. So for my back kick, or ushiro-gari, I'm going to have my hands out front in a low guard here. I'm going to look over my shoulder, and I'm going to use the leg of whatever side I'm looking over. So if I'm looking over my right side, I'm going to use my right leg. If I look over my left side, I use my left leg. Okay, we're going to use both. So I'm going to look over my shoulder, back kick, and step back into a Sensei. So I'm stepping back on this one. Make sure you look over your shoulder so you don't kick over stuff in your house. Look over your other shoulder, back kick. Okay, 3, back, 4, back. All right, let's do this with some power and oomph. I'll kind of go at an angle so you guys can see me. Ready? Ich, us, ni, us, san, us, shi, us. Good. So 12 is actually the last kick for the lower body basics. 13 starts the other stuff. So for 13, it's push-ups. So say the same thing, except you can't do for foreign push-ups and full power push-ups, so we'll just do 8. And 8's an odd number, so we'll just do 10. So let's do it. 10 push-ups. Now, if you want a challenge, one of the things I like to do is put my feet up on like a couch or the bottom of my heavy bag or something like that to give yourself just a little bit extra work, especially if you're not doing a million push-ups. So we're going to start with 10. Feet up and begin. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Good. Number 14 is body twists. I don't know the Japanese word for this one. Maybe body twist. I don't know. It's good enough for me. So you're going to start with your hands. You're going to count to 3. It's going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay? Your feet, every time you say 3, you're going to kick. It's going to be the opposite side that you put your hands. So you're going to kind of like twist your body up. Okay? This is real good for like cracking your spine. Feels awesome. So we'll do it all together. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Twist, twist, kick, twist, twist, kick, twist, twist, kick. Good, very good. So number 14 is more of like a stretch, and 15 is more of like a breathing. If you remember, lower body basics start with a breathing, and they end with a breathing. So for this one, we're going to do big breathing. So it's going to come down all the way up, breathe in through your nose, and then quick exhale through your mouth. So it's going to come, step out, breathe out. Okay, let's do 2 more. 2, and another big one. So those are our basics, the second half of them anyway. When you're practicing at home, sometimes it's good, just go back to the basics. Remember what they're for, okay? I practice my front kicks and my side kicks and stuff on my bag, but when I have basics that have like a block and stuff in them, get somebody to work with you on them. Have them throw a punch. Block, biggie punch, biggie punch. My goal is to either hit, if they turn with their punch, so they throw their punch and you get them to turn when you block it across so that you can see both their front and their back, then you're aiming for their shoulder blocks and their kidneys. If they don't turn when you block, they just move their arm over here, you're aiming for their floating ribs on both sides, okay? That's gonna be your bottom rib. So work with somebody when you're doing those, and you know, because that just helps deepen your understanding of your basics just a little bit more. Stick around with us. We're going to do some self-defense. I got one more drill after that, and that'll be it for the day. Good job. So the next thing we're going to do is some self-defense. I got Amanda here to do it with me. Today we're going to focus on one punch coming in and then blocking to the inside or the outside. So we're going to practice both. So the first one we're going to practice today is your partner's going to throw a punch at your stomach. What you're going to do is you're going to tap to the inside, okay? So when the punch is coming in, do it again. I really want to step to the inside here because 1, I want that punch to miss me, and 2, I just need to know where it is. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my right hand up in a ridge hand, and it's going to slide right up underneath to come around for my choke, okay? When I'm doing this with your partner, 2 things. 1, don't fully tighten that because your partner's not going to like you very much. And 2, make sure that the block is the most important part, all right? I want to get this block so I'm out of the way. I don't want to get punched, okay? So once that happens, everything else can slow down, okay? So when you're doing it one more time, it's going to be step and tap, come up and under. It goes ridge hand to the side of the neck. I trap with my arm. If they're taller than you, it's still the same move, okay? Practice that one with your partner a couple times. Go back and forth, and remember, don't choke your partner because they won't like you very much, okay? Come back, and we'll get started with the next one. So the next one's going to be even simpler. So we just tap to the inside. So now what we're going to do is tap to the outside. So this time when the punch comes in, we're going to tap to the outside, and we're going to either do a front kick at an angle. What I mean by that is I'm coming in at an angle to do my front kick, or just turn it into a roundhouse kick. Either one. I'm coming right to the inside of the knee with that. Okay? So this punch is going to come in. It's going to be tap kick. I want to use the rotation from my tap to get that kick. If you kick the side of somebody's knee, you're probably going to break it or really hurt it. Okay? So remember, when you're working with your partner, you probably like them because it's whoever's stuck in your house with you. So remember, if you kick them really hard, they're still stuck in your house with you, okay? Don't do it. So one more time, punch comes in, tap to the outside, follow through, and kick. Straight to just above the knee, okay? Practice that one back and forth a couple times. We'll get started with the next one. So for the next one, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back to the tapping to the inside. So when this punch comes, I'm gonna tap to the inside. This time it's gonna be a tap and grab, okay? So it's gonna, I tap, I do the same thing I did earlier, but this time my other hand's coming up to grab here. What I'm gonna do is slide up and grab her jaw. See how I got her kind of leaning back here? Then I'm just gonna kick the knee out to take her to the ground, okay? This is gonna be quick, And if I'm doing this to somebody I don't like because they're trying to hurt me, it's going to be a very violent motion, right? I want to be here, throwing their head back as I'm kicking their leg out, and I'm doing it both at the same time. I'm doing both strong and fast and hard. But I like my partner, so we're not doing that. So the punch comes in, it's tap and step, slide it down. This comes up to hook under the jaw, and then practice kicking the back of the knee. Okay, practice that one. Most of these you want to be practicing, 5 or 10 times back and forth. Do it slow at first. Just work on getting that block out of the way. Okay, then you can start speeding it up a little bit, working with your partner to get that punch coming at you faster. Make sure that's the number one thing that you want to be missing is that punch. The last one we're going to do is going to be back to the outside. So it's going to be tap to the outside and grab. Then from here, I'm going to slide up with my forearm as I'm going to use my forearm here right to the side of the neck, right? So if you find your jaw, you find a little hook part of your jaw, okay, that's called your mandibular angle. What you want to be is right below that, right here. That's called your brachial plexus. If you catch it right, you should see stars a little bit, okay? So when this punch comes in, I tap to the outside and grab, and then this arm's going to slide right up here and chop the side of the neck. Now, if they're bigger than me or stronger than me and I need to add a move, it's really close right here to add that knee smash. I don't have to do too much to that, okay? So the punch comes in, tap, grab, chop, or chop and knee smash. All right, work that one out with your partners back and forth. All right, and when you come back, we'll be working on something different. All right, everybody. So for the last part of it, today, we're going to be doing some stuff with some weights. Now I've got 2 5-pound weights here. If you've got something light like this at home, that works perfect. If you don't have actual like little dumbbells or something, you could use water bottles filled with water, like pop bottles filled with water, or if you've got some of your weapons at home, tonfa work pretty good, sai, anything with a little bit of weight to them, something that you got to actually try to hold up. Anything like that is going to be good for this. We're just going to be doing a bunch of drills with it. We're not actually hitting anything, so you can use your discretion and use your imagination. So what we're going to start with today is just doing some punches and stuff with some weights in our hand. This is going to help build our muscles up, build our shoulders up a little bit from holding up the weights. And it's going to make our karate stronger. So to start, we're just going to do a couple punches right after each other. Okay, so I'm going to count. You guys are going to do them with me. Now when I do these, I'm going to start with the same hand every time. We'll get to halfway. I'll let you shake them out, and then I'll have you start with the other hand. Ready? So, 2 punches. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, roku, sich, hachi, ku, ju. Good. All right, now, so I punch with my right hand first, so now this time I'm going to punch with my left hand first. Ready? Ich, ni, san, chi, go, roku, sich, hachi, ku, ju. Good. All right, so adults, if you're feeling it, but not feeling it, right? So if you've got the weight in your hands and you're not feeling it in your arms, you can switch to a heavier weight or just do more than 20. Okay, it's completely up to you. So the next thing we're going to do is some uppercuts. Now we're going to do the uppercuts a little slow for 2 reasons. 1, I don't want you throwing the weight on accident when your arms start getting tired. And 2, I want you to really focus on your targets. Okay, so 2 uppercuts. Ready? Ich, ni, san, chi, go, roku, sich, hachi, ku, ju. Good. Other side. Shake your arms out. Get ready. Ni, san, chi, go, roku, Siege. Hachi. Ku. And Ju. Good. So for this next one, instead of holding our arms up and engaging our lats and our traps like we have been up till this point, we're going to work on our biceps to help even out our arm work. Okay? So what you're going to do for this one is you're going to bend forward at the waist so that your arms hang out in front of your feet. Okay? So we'll start them up at your hips, and it's going to be 2 punches, bringing them back up. Ready? Ich. Ni. San. Chi. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Ku. And Ju. Good. Shake your arms out. And the other side. Ready? Ich. Ni. San. Chi. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Ku. Ju. Good. Shake your arms out. Last one of the day. Crab. So for this one, if I set my weights down, what I'm going to do is lunge punch, reverse punch, hook punch, uppercut. When I'm doing this, I want to get my hips involved. Okay, so keep a good bend in your knees. So it's going to go punch, punch, hook, uppercut. And with this one, I even get my knees bent so I can get that uppercut to come up strong. Okay? So, all together. Ready? 1, punch, hook, uppercut. 2, punch, hook, uppercut. 3, punch, hook, uppercut. 4, punch, hook, uppercut. 5, punch, hook, uppercut. 6, punch, hook, uppercut. 7, punch, hook, uppercut. 8, punch, hook, uppercut. 9, punch, hook, uppercut. 10, punch, hook, up. Good. Shake your arms out. Same thing on the other side first. You ready? 1, punch, hook, uppercut. 2, punch, hook, uppercut. 3, punch, hook, uppercut. A little faster. 4, punch, hook, uppercut. 5, punch, hook, uppercut. 6, punch, hook, uppercut. 7, punch, hook, uppercut. 8, punch, hook, uppercut. 9, punch, hook, uppercut. 10, punch, hook, uppercut. Good. Go ahead and set your weights down. Shake it out a little bit. Throw a couple punches. See how much faster you feel. I always love working with hand weights because my punches always feel faster right afterwards. And with that, it's the end of our class. So good job, everybody. A couple of announcements. T-shirt contest is still going on. It's going on until Friday at midnight. So make sure you get your voting in. The link was put on Dojo login, and it was put on, I sent it in an email so everybody could do that if you have friends or family or whoever who wants to vote too. We did our first Zoom class last Friday. It was awesome. I missed seeing you guys. It was great to see the turnout for those of you who could make it. We're going to do that again on this Friday, 5 to 5:40 for the kids, 5:50 to 6:30 for the adults. It's going to be the same format. I'll send out a link so you guys can do the warm-ups ahead of time, and then we'll just get started right into class so that we don't have to waste time on doing the warm-ups. Also, videos. So even with the Zoom and being able to see you guys on Fridays, I want you guys to send me a video of your most current stuff, okay? That gives me the ability to watch it in close detail and give you guys some actual feedback instead of trying to watch it on a screen this big and guess what you're doing, okay?
So if you have the ability to send those videos in, put them in the Dropbox. I'm hoping like once a week you're still taking a good video of your highest kata or whatever you want to show me, and so that I can watch it. And I do watch them and give feedback. So if you haven't been doing that, get on it. The Focus Mitt giveaway, we're in our second week now of doing that. Last week, Oksana and Nadia won for doing handstand in their gis, so congratulations to them. This week it's going to be something different. The challenge isn't today, but thanks anyway for coming. So one of the days this week we will have the challenge, and you guys will get a chance to do it. Other than that, that's what I got. You guys are great. Keep up the hard work. All right, I know you're working hard, because when I saw you guys on Friday on the Zoom class, I could see that you guys hadn't lost that much. So I know the motivation is difficult, but stay in it. Stay in it to win it. It'll make you a much better karate person by the time we're done. All right? Other than that, I got nothing. You guys are dismissed. Us!